Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the embarkation of a new city. I'm your lovely host, Gilman, and today we're playing Songs of Six. So, version 68 is out. We're almost nice, I gotta say. But importantly, again, everything has changed. And it's a little bit of a struggle. For the first time, actually, I am going to be starting with resources on my map. I managed to find a nice little place that has clay, coal, iron, and I think that's it actually. But yeah, and also, oh yeah, I guess the fourth resource, this river. And what a resource rivers are now. Like, we'll be getting into it as we slowly have to learn, but they're very important now. Groundwater plays a massive role in agriculture. So I'm going to be dropping in here because I need to be incredibly close to this body of water. Like, just to be blunt about it here, you know, there's this groundwater overlay now anytime I try and build it. And you see fresh water here. This is effectively, like if I put it here, yeah, that is 50%. Like, it doesn't go any lower than that, but that's basically a modifier on production. So placed here, this would, in theory, actually produce 111% thanks to the super high fertility. Well, ain't that nice? Now, given I'm humans, I'm tempted to go with baking. Baking makes the most sense. You know? We'll see. I want to go over a few more things before I actually begin, though. First off, I'm going to show off the titles. I have taken the Artisan for additional industrial production, 20%. Breaker of Chains and the Great for 25% bonus happiness. After the last game, I went with the Lifebringer that I unlocked, actually, I think. And I hope that helps. Because, man, we got really badly kind of capped by just how many people were dying of disease constantly. I don't think it will help. I'm in a temperate climate. And I think that means I have like 50% less health anyway. So we'll see. And the Merciful, which should hopefully help once we become an empire, as it grants me an additional 10% loyalty of my people, but also +1 hard loyalty to all of my people in the provinces. Now, you may have noticed I am playing with the crime monkeys, indeed, humans. And I'm sure we'll be committing crimes in no time. We have penalties to our crime rate and mental stability, which is always mildly annoying and unfortunate. I think somewhere in here, yeah, behavior 0.8, 0.75 on lawfulness and what is that actually called? Sanity? Sanity, yeah. But hey, you know what? That's okay. We can do everything competently. We excel a little bit. We are not the best farmers by any stretch, but we excel a little bit at farming here. We are the best educators, bureaucrats, and everything else. And you'll see with the new tech tree that has been created just why I'm going with humans. Tech is overhauled, and it seems like it's going to be a lot more work, and it's going to be a lot harder. Technology will not come easy. And it's going to be a problem. Like, I'll go into it more depth when we actually start interacting with the system and how the overhaul is going to play. But for now, I'd like to just get started. So, let's see. I can start with either fruit farms or grain farms. Like, the grain farms have a base production rate of 2.5. So that is slightly over 3 times as much, which, like, I have to go with. And the reason I say that I have to go with it, is because, you know what? Sure, it takes, like, a baker as well to turn it into edible bread. But not actually that many. You know, it's, 1 to 6 effectively, and a tiny bit of coal. Like, I think it's less than 1 coal miner effectively. So, and, you know, if we invest a little bit in research, we can get it up to 6 pretty easily. In fact, honestly, we probably will, I think, fairly soon. But yeah, honestly, let's just get a grain farm. I don't think I can argue for it any better than the numbers in Songs of Six. The numbers are, after all, everything. Praise the numbers. Okay, that's as far locked as we can go, I guess. Oh, yeah. Let's subtract off of here just because I want to reach out as far as possible here. Perfect. Okay. Now, how far inland I can go is a good question. Because we want to maintain as much of that freshwater percentage as possible. So, how much of this I choose to use for, like, irrigation is a fair question. We currently have only the need to employ, like, 17 farmers, which isn't even that many. Yeah, we're gonna, I think, sacrifice a little more groundwater. Something closer to maybe 95%, I think I'll find acceptable. Yeah. 19.5. I kind of want to get up to like an even 20 farmers for no real reason. Yeah, 19.7. Actually, inordinately tough to do. I have so few tiles left. And 19.858. God, why does it take so many tiles? Are we almost there? Yeah, there we are. Alright, even 20 farmers. Alright. With freshwater of 96% and a fertility of 111%. Like, this is a nice little fertile valley to settle in, you know? Food production is going to be tough. And we're going to need to do our best with it. Alright. So, I think, I have to debate how I want to do this. Because our humans care about different things than the previous Lycomevians did, including space. I don't actually know what that means, unfortunately. It doesn't seem like it tells me either. It might be happiness if they were in houses instead of, like, longhouses. But I don't think I'm going to go with that. They do like torches, though, so that's good. Okay. Alright. Like, I plan to have additional farms, although, at least for a little while here, it's probably not super necessary. Wow. Yeah, at least we can get like 14.5. Yeah. So I'm just trying to plan out how the city is going to look. I think honestly I'd want sort of like an industrial ring here for like the pickup things. And maybe I should move the housing a little further inland. Yeah, that seems reasonable. That seems reasonable. Now if I can just remember where homes are, there they are. We want to build them out of wood. We should have no problem actually doing so. I'll probably be tearing down the throne. Like, the spot wasn't great, it turns out, but, I mean, I placed it before I started my planning. Alright, I am going to do fairly wide city streets. Like I said, most of this isn't going to get built right away. But eventually. Okay. One, two. Honestly, just make it extra wide. Heck yeah. So that'll be the little plaza where we put our, well, surfaces and everything else. Okay. So, for the most part here, I'm just going to suspend most of these jobs. Okay, so that's going to build one house, one farm. For this wide of a thing, I probably need a decent sized set of food stalls. I've learned my lesson. Food stalls must be very densely packed, ideally. There. In addition, they'll need, of course, a hearth. And yeah. I don't know, I should only really use the big ones, I think. It's tough. I like the symmetry, you know? Well. Yeah, why does this never line up? Okay, there we are. Alright. And go. So they now have all the tasks they need. Honestly, well, no, there's one more task they do need, which is the speaker. There we are. Gonna need that. Got some teledons here too. Alright. So I don't really expect the grain farm to be built for a while. Indeed, I'm actually happy to see them building over here. The grain farm is the plan for last. I just want to get people happy because we only have 10 people. Honestly, you know, suspend this job even. Just, like, go build this stuff. Come on. Go build your house. Yeah, that's an important one too. Speaking of which, humans love wood for furniture, you know? These guys consume, like, what is this, 8 wood a year? Goddamn. And then 4 more wood in the form of furniture. So. Yeah, humans friggin' love their wood, man. But yeah, we need to invite additional laborers and, you know, get more of a workforce going. So let's see, we have a very nice clay deposit over here, which will help. We have coal over here, which is a little far, but it's not too bad. Alright. Oh good, looks like our first immigrants are able to come in. Perfect. Yeah, got all authorized on, should be fine. Alright. Yeah, we get these services up, everyone will be in a lot better shape. Now, that said, wisdom dictates that I do build a bridge across here in order to try and access what's on the side if there's anything of value. Remarkably not. Everything I need to forage looks like it's going to be on this side, which is good because I'm probably going to need a decent bit of forage. Gonna want that. And this, for sure. Oh, good. We've already killed the Intelligence. Perfect. We're still trying to clear a place to actually put meat and everything else, but hey, it's a start. Also activate that job. And you know what? Suspend this job. There. So this stuff's getting closer to being cleared and ready for construction. Gonna build a second house because we do have more than 10 people, so we do need it. Slow and steady wins the race and all that. Yeah, we're actually building the well now. We have enough rations that, yeah, will at least last another day. But I would like to seriously get the food stall up so they can, like, come pick up the cadavers and the like. And we can start feeding people. Yeah. Come on. Good lord. So much building. Okay, well, we have the speaker, so that's a start. And, I mean, the well is almost constructed, so hopefully at some point somebody finishes it. It'll be forever until someone does, I'm sure. Alright. Oh. Hey, alright, we got a well. Okay. We are now out of rations. I was kind of hoping that this food stall would be constructed by now, because the cadavers would get butchered and turned into meat. But it looks like that's not going to happen. So, here's the deal. You guys are not getting food until you build this food stall, so let's go. Hurry up. Before the starvation sets in. Yeah, it's officially late summer, so we're going to start, like, foraging the grain, too, which we desperately need for the farm. For when it gets built. Okay, we've got food stall vendors. Good. So, I'm going to authorize some hunting now. So, yeah, we have some onks here. Perfect beets. That'll give us food supplies to work with. Extreme temperatures. Yay. That's fine. Probably not gonna have too many problems. Alright. But yeah, with the well, the food stall, and hopefully occasionally food arriving. Like, there's meat. I think we really only need, like, one food vendor. And then logistics. We're gonna need some haulers. Alright. They'll go eat the meat on the ground anyway. It's not as happy-inducing, but it'll do. Alright. And then we'll get the hearth up and running. Oh, there's at least a little food here now. But yeah, if I can just get a dedicated hauler for meat, fruit, veg, mushrooms. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. So forage these mushrooms. These vegetables. These mushrooms. And I guess also that fruit. Alright. But yeah, now that importantly gets us our food stall. And it's running. So we have enough food. We have the hearth. And so now I'm going to activate this job. Let our spare workers come up here and start building this grain farm. Alright. Happy, happy humans. Do, 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 do. Okay. They should actually be relatively happy. Yeah, they have preference for meat and mushrooms, so that'll give us a little boost to happiness. We're already at 17 people, and we'll continue to grow. Now, we have a steady supply of immigration. Wow, we already have our first sick person. Great. Yep. Being sick. Oh well. Yeah, we're just gonna have passive sickness, unfortunately. There seems little to no way around it. 'Tis but a fact of life. Alright. Grain farm is continuing to get built. It'll take a while. That's kind of expected, though. Mushrooms. Yeah, I mean, the meat and mushroom haulers are doing their hard work. We have a ton of grain on the ground. I hope it's just kind of enough to, like, seed this farm field. And also hopefully that we can get the farm field done before planting season begins. That would be nice. But it looks like the trees are going to slow us down a little more than I'd like. We can survive off of the local forage for a while. I'm not too worried. And, well, no. Unfortunately, these days I think hunters require furniture. Yeah. They're pretty good, though, in the grand scheme of things. Like, they produce 2 food and 1 leather. And the region can only sustain 15 hunters, so... You know, it's a solid way to at least get a little bit of meat. Map edge, the direction moves may vary in the region. Yeah. So yeah, we'll definitely consider it. Yeah, we're not too far to the map edge if I, like, put it here. Tiny bit of, like, crappy Sith Lenore. Although, for that, we're going to need some furniture. Although, we need a lot of things. Ah, 50% more immigration, but we've also unlocked the laboratory. It'll still be a little while before I actually, you know, partake in that. In the meantime, let's get housing built. Alright. Yes, our people need additional homes. Must build homes. Yeah, -6, not great. I mean, our people are still maxed out on happiness, so we'll be alright for a while. And immigrants are going to continue to pour in, but I try and get ahead of things. Yeah, this is not going to be ready for the planting season. With so few laborers, it's tough to actually get, like, any even, like, kind of large project off the ground. Not impossible, but difficult for sure. Alright. 0.25 per year. Okay, so this would be like 20 something right now. 23. 7 furniture per year. Yeah, like furniture is definitely something we can maybe get a like leg up on, which wouldn't be too bad. Humans do love furniture a lot, like 8.0. It's funny because the happiness is actually allocated based on the number of these blocks. So, like wood is 8 pips here, right? That means the wood will make them as happy as furniture, vases, and jewelry combined. If I do furniture, fabric, vase, we're in good shape. Alright, this is actually almost done. Luckily, a lot of the remaining stuff is just filling in water, which doesn't take anywhere near as long as cutting down trees. Yeah, the trees really do take some time. Oh yeah, more extreme temperatures. I've done a lot of extreme temperatures. That's my 3rd event this year, and it's only year 1. Good lord. Anyway, planting season has started, and yeah, we're missing. Well, that'll be another year we'll have to survive. I mean, currently that's fine. We have over 12 days of food right now, so we barely even need to gather. Like, the yearly forage, when it comes in, will probably be more than enough. There's oaks here, Baltic crawlers. Yeah, I'm not exactly worried. We've got a fair bit of life. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Land clearance is tough. Building a new settlement and all that. Anyway, up to 37 happy people. So we have the carpenter, we have pottery, we have tailor. Yeah. The first, if anything, that I do need is the carpenter, though. You can just do shields out of leather. Didn't know. Interesting. That is actually really good. All right. Amaria. All right. We can trade with our neighbors. Of which, for the record, we have 2. Aethusia and Nuipat, I think, or no. Oh yeah, you down here in Instrag. Some dwarves and some what are they called? Crotonians? Yeah. So that's not too bad. They have some clay. You have gems and stone. You guys are thankfully freelance, and this should be fairly conquerable. But I guess we'll see in time. They're still the lowest thing, so might still go with them anyway. Alright, so it looks like the farm is done, finally. Now, unfortunately, we missed a decent chunk of the season, so don't expect this number to be particularly high. Yeah, 6 per day is not great. The actual value, well, I don't know, I might be able to just do math on it. Like, freshwater access 95, yeah, 108 from fertility. Species is 1.2. It's pretty good. Alright. Yeah. Is there anything? Yeah, no. So, unfortunately, it'll be another year before we have, like, a real crop. And, oh lord, the extra people have really come in force, haven't they? Get us 3 additional homes. Alright. And build the other well. Might as well. Alright. Might authorize a hunt soon. We'll see. Alright. Gotta get these people homes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The more homes we get, the happier we keep our people, and the more people we get. We must feed the happiness cycle. Alright, so I kind of ended before. One of the first things I do legitimately need is, like, a carpentry. I think I'm also going to perform a multicultural settlement here. I'm going to authorize the Crotonians and Gendarians into our settlement. Welcome, welcome. So, the Crotonians and Gendarians are a bit more on the specialized races. Thankfully, as humans, we are, I think, fairly friendly with, like, most races. Except the, like, yeah, the cannibal elves, screw them. But we get 75% with the Crotonians and the Gendarians. Crotonians are not super thrilled with us. Which sucks, but, oh well. They're peaceful enough that it doesn't really matter how much they like us. The Gendarians, however, love both humans and Crotonians. So, overall, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. As push comes to shove, I may eventually just replace them with, like, a slave underclass. But we'll see. Slavery is definitely something that's a lot more on the table than usual. Like with the Amevians, they would just beat their slaves to death because they were just that racist. But now, you know, we have a lot more options. Okay. Activate these jobs. Alright, so let's have a look at what you guys require in your homes. You want furniture, or you want wood? You've got it. You want wood? You've got it. You want stone? You've got it. Alright. So I'm also going to kind of try and use you guys for your specialties. So Crotonians, like, I really don't want you guys doing this stuff. If you have absolutely nothing else to do, priority 1. But here's where you excel. Except, not really. Okay. Nor in the fisheries. The main point, though, is that they will prioritize working in the grain farm. Higher than human priorities, so they should displace the humans and take their jobs. I'll double check my assumption on that. Yep, Crotonian grain farmers. Perfect. Alright. The Dendarian has a house now. Yeah. And so, importantly, that's going to help with the whole bonus, since the species bonus can now go from 1.2 to 1.4. Ah, good. More immigration, and I believe we just unlocked crime. So, I wonder how long it's going to take before the first crimes are committed. Now, I'm a lot less concerned with the Crotonian and Dendarian happiness than with the human happiness. They like fruit, but they'll take the bread we make. You guys? Yeah, not fan. Fair enough. That's okay. Because they're more to fill, like, specialist roles in our economy, you know? So, Dendarians should pretty much never work in government. Pretty much never work in service, and never work in agriculture. You can do government and service jobs if you can find nothing else. But, like, even as mines, they're still going to be our best bet. By a pretty decent long shot, you know? When I put them to work in the carpentry. Yeah, skills 130%. Hard to complain. Not bowyers. And not woodcutters. But otherwise, yeah, go nuts. Alright. We'll also likely need a warehouse before too long, but still. How do we have -6? Oh, good lord, the Crotonians are just growing out of control. Alright, well. Maybe the first thing I built is actually a bakery. Because we only have like 2 days of food left. Foraging season's over. The harvest is in and it's not great, as kind of expected. Alright, so I'm going to activate this job. Work that over the winter. And let's call for a hunt. The saber-tooths will fight back, so I'm not going to do those if I can avoid it. Vault crawlers, aurochs, these birds, they're all relatively safe. The birds I think can fight back. The yonks that have returned. Alright. So you guys are definitely gonna be overworked. Get some extra haulers for the meat. Yeah. Get the extra haulers for the meat. And we'll, generally speaking, get an idea of how much we've got. We've still got like some hauling coming in from the from the foraging season, but for now, let's try and make sure we can stock with whatever. Yeah, we get eggs from killing the birds too, which is really nice. 2 food in 1. Alright. So perfect. Okay. Green farm construction, check. Yeah, it's a little bit of a warehouse. It'll do. So. Coming in, yeah, next season. The estimated harvest this year is going to be 226. Now that's a little off. The bonus being 1.45 is incorrect. And part of that is because the work value starts at 135%, but it will be brought down to close to 100% over time. So expectations will be probably closer to maybe even, yeah, 1,500. Which is fine. We can certainly work with that. Alright. Yeah, those are slightly brighter hammers, I think. So, I don't know, I should actually have a look. You know? Shouldn't eyeball it or anything. How do you guys feel about bakeries? Well, 120%, so better than actually anybody else. Alright. So we'll need a little bit of room. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. Because like this area is all gonna be farms. So I'm actually gonna like plan, but not really build a laboratory here. This lab is really just more of something that's supposed to exist on paper. Sure. I'd like to even that out a little bit, though. There. But the real reason that this lab will exist is pretty much solely to create a buffer, so that way noise doesn't leak through. Now, the Dodarians like noise, but I don't really care. As I said, the Dodarians and the Kryptonians are going to be more specialists in the economy. So. Alright. Oof. It could be 50 long, eh? By 40. That would be one heck of a bakery. I somehow doubt we need anywhere near that many. These are not going to work. Hang on. I think we can make 4x5s work. Can these work? Yes. Okay. We can make that work. Yeah, they're just gonna chop some stuff down there, it's fine. $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, oof, almost. $100, although honestly I'd prefer to not put it there, if possible. Oh, no, wait. Right. Because I'm going to have to do this to stabilize the ceiling. Right, right. Although, realistically, I think the storage can just kind of go here and it's fine. And then, well, I don't know. We'll find out how much stabilization this region area needs. Yeah, none. Auxiliary oven. Okay. $93. 100. Alright, well, you know what? 124. Is there like... No, the minimum would be 2, wouldn't it? Damn. Well, you know what? So be it. There we go. Oops. No, sorry, I meant doors. Okay. Alright. Suspend that job. Okay. So yeah, that'll be for a ton of baking, but it'll scale up over time. Alright, we apparently managed to already have more homeless issues, which is deeply concerning. Alright, well, I guess build the next row of houses. To be fair, my population's actually growing fairly quickly. It grows a lot more rapidly, since I have like 3 sources of immigrants. Because I think the immigration is calculated on a per race basis. But yeah. So we've got like 7 dwarven bakers. The Crotonians have 110% on baking, I noticed. So I'm actually going to go through and adjust them. Maybe not just on baking. 110% there, 120%. So they're like okay-ish. Oh, is it just, yeah, it's on refining, I see. Yeah, they can do baking and brewing. They'll be fine there. And ration making. Again, if there's opportunity. Alright. I guess I should probably set it pretty high. Mentally trying to go through things like the farming's all set for priority 10. So yeah, this should all be priority 9. Because I have no idea really what my human priorities are set at. I haven't even looked yet. But probably weird. Yeah. Okay. So, that'll do. A lot more work being done. Alright, I would actually like to get a warehouse set up over here. That'd be good. Good. We actually have enough housing now. Housing for all! Yay! Alright. I think a lot of the decor is basically free. I said basically. Well done. Yeah. And a Brontrix, nice. Yeah. Yeah, good design. Nice, nice, happy little alleyway. That'd be like living in a real city. Overall, it should hopefully improve the environment score for everyone here, yeah. I do love torches. Yeah, bakery's under construction. The farm's almost cleared, which is good, so we can start on that. They're going to want a lot more farms than just this built. And, you know, maybe once I get, like, the basic lab going, we can even research roads that don't totally suck. Although, no, not fortifications, honestly. Let's get dirt road. All along the sides here. There. It's a little something. Alright, 6 days of food left. But for now, I think that's where we're going to call it. The settlement is off to the races. We've got 3 races and harmony for now. Still definitely going to have some food problems. The immigration meant we grew a little faster than anticipated, but we've got a good harvest coming this year by the looks of it, so I'm not too afraid. Yeah. Estimated harvest this year, it's come down to about 1,800. Work value, yeah, so we'll lose a little bit more. So about 1,700. That'll be good. Alright. But in the meantime, thank you everyone for watching. I've been your House Guild, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, folks. Have a good night.